Hello folks, this is Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing here in Dallas, Texas. I'm not a Texas boy, but I got here, what's that saying? I got here as quick as I could. Love Texas, not bad. Alright, listen, I want to talk about what is the best spray bottle for auto detailing. I have been using, you've been watching my videos of Meguiar's products with these little gray, chemical resistant, made in Taiwan. I don't know, I can't remember the name of the company. Is it Telsco? I don't know what it is. Who gives a crap? I want to talk about my love affair with this bottle and how it just ended. I'm saying goodbye to this bottle. I'm saying goodbye to this sprayer. It's been with me through thick and thin. It's been with me when I said yes to customers and I should have said no. But I am tired, sick and tired of this bottle and this sprayer, and I'll tell you why. I don't know if you use this. I have for a long time, and I'll tell you what, there's a couple of things about this bottle I can't stand anymore because I found something better. When I squeeze this bottle, something very interesting happens. We got to remember it's a 32-ounce bottle. It's pretty tall, it's long, it holds a lot of volume. That's not my problem. My problem is the sprayer, but I got problems with the bottle too. I'll get to it. This sprayer right here, this chemical resistant spray that I'm paying $3 for, holy crap, it has let me down so many times and I'm tired of it. This professional detail is evolving, stepping up his game and walking away from this sweet little bottle. I can't tell you how many times I've squeezed this stupid bottle and it, as much as I love it, squeeze it, keep trying to get something from it, it doesn't give me what I want back, and I'm tired of it. Whatever's in this mechanism, it just breaks down, it fails on me. Sometimes I'll buy a brand new sprayer, it'll last a week or two, maybe even a couple of days, and out the door it goes. I can't send these things back. I can't try to get my money. It's not worth it to me. It's a waste of time. The other problem I have with this bottle here, because I'm a mobile detailer, if I happen to be working on a driveway that's on a slight incline, and I put this bottle down, and this bottle here isn't completely full, maybe I've used more than half the fluid, or maybe even a little bit less than that, this bottle likes to fall over. It's clumsy, and I'm tired of it always falling down and laying asleep on the job. It's pissing me off, if you haven't figured that already. I'm actually joking, but this is a problem. These bottles here, for whatever reason, they love to tip over. The wind will blow them just right. Again, I'm a mobile detailer. I'm putting stuff on the ground, not inside the car, and they fall over on me. The other issues with these bottles, when they get hot, they like to expand. This nozzle, this stupid chemical resistant sprayer head, when I turn it all the way to close, it's not closed, it still sprays. This thing loves to dribble, it likes to drool. It's like hanging out with a girlfriend that just can't keep her mouth shut and she just wants to keep flowing fluid out of her mouth, and it drives me nuts. This thing, as much as I show this in my videos, I show me using this bottle, I'm just not in love with it anymore. I need to walk away from it. I'm stepping up my game. I'm evolving. I want something sexier. I want something that doesn't let me down. And again, when this thing gets hot, it expands. It's constantly dribbling. It's getting the inside of my little carry case that I have. It's getting it wet. I squeeze this thing 10, 20 times, and all of a sudden it gives me something, a little dribble, and then it will give me more. The other issue I have with this nozzle is that because it can't completely close, which is an issue, it likes to dribble. The other thing is as they get older, they like to kind of mess with you a little bit. It's like, when you get that perfect spray that you're looking for and that's where you want to keep it, then all of a sudden you grab it with your hand, you might hit the end of the nozzle a little bit, now it's out of adjustment, it drives you completely nuts. I'm done with that. I'm tired of that. I don't want to have to sit here and try to find the sweet spot again. Plus, when I have to fill it, I got to sit here and turn this head and finally get it off, fill the bottle up, and then turn it for like, an hour or two, joking, but I'm exaggerating with a lot of this stuff, but this bottle here is driving me nuts, and so is this sprayer, and I'm done with it. Again, it's clumsy. It constantly falls over. There's times it falls over in the drive where I'm working at and it wants to play hide and seek on me. It likes to roll under the car. I don't have time for that. I'm done with it. I want to show you something that I've done, that I found. I'm always looking outside because the automotive or the auto detailing industry may have some great products, but a lot of the accessories they have fall short for me a lot of times. I'm in love with Meguiar's. They've been around for over 100 years, but I think it's time for them to evolve. I think it's time for them to get sexy. I think it's time for them to start making bottles that actually work. Can't blame them on the nozzle. That's totally different. That's another company making these things. They are the sprayer. They got problems, and I'm done with it. What I found, and this may sound completely nuts to some of you, I get it, I understand it. This is a bottle, Bona, I think that's how you say it. They're a cleaner for hardwood floors, tile floors. You can find this bottle at Lowe's. This bottle cost me $8. Before you fall over and go, holy crap, why would you spend $8 for a bottle and a sprayer? Well, here's the deal. If I buy this bottle, this dedicated Meguiar's bottle, because I like it, it's labeled, that's kind of sexy, it tells me what's in it, easy to identify, but I'm done with that. I'm not an idiot. I've been using this stuff for too long. I know what's in the bottle. The other issue here is that, boy, I was getting on a rant here. What was I talking about? Anyway, the bottle itself, to me, Meguiar's just needs to kind of step up their game. The other thing is this bottle is too tall. And I'll tell you why. If you're ever working underneath the glove box area, underneath the car, underneath the dashboard, and you want to spray the carpet, you want to spray the side console panel, there's times I can't get this in here and I want to turn it on its side. This thing completely gives up the ghost. It doesn't want to spray. I got to tilt it straight. I got to prime it and then tilt it sideways, hoping I get a shot or two to be able to spread my chemical. That's driving me crazy. This deal here, my point about the bottle. This bottle costs $3. The sprayer costs $3. That's $6 plus shipping, however you get this stuff. This bottle here cost me $8. That may be nuts to you, but here you go. For $8, I get the bottle and the sprayer I'm looking for. It also has product that I'll use. This is Bona. They make great hardwood floors or tile cleaners. I've got that stuff in my home. I'm not wasting the product. I'm going to use that product in another bottle inside my home for totally different purposes, but I want this bottle, and I'll tell you why. It's 32 ounces, just like the Meguiar's bottle, but look, when you stand it next to that bottle's about 3 inches shorter than this bottle. I can get in tight areas with it. The other thing I like about the sprayer, every time I squeeze this thing, if I go to squeeze this bottle, I squeeze it, I got fluid. I squeeze it again, I got fluid. It never loses prime, and I'll tell you why. There's a little cartridge inside this head that as I squeeze this trigger, it's filling up that cartridge for the next spray. I always have spray available to me. I'm not going to sit here 10, 15, 20 times looking for fluid till the thing starts to prime again. The other issue is this has a great mist setting. It's just enough product, just enough mist for me. It works in my world. I can also turn it where it gives me a straight line stream. I can shoot this stuff 10, 15 feet across the room, and then I can turn it off. I only have to worry about 3 functions: misting, shooting straight, or if I want to turn it off. This thing won't dribble. This thing won't get runny when it gets hot. If this bottle expands, that nozzle stops stuff from dripping out of it. That's important to me. I also know that when I turn it to the mist mode, I'm always getting the mist I'm looking for. I don't have to worry about whether or not this nozzle got out of adjustment. Again, this cartridge is always filling. When I pull the trigger, the next trigger load is getting filled into a cartridge. It's kind of like a Sonax bottle. If you're familiar with Sonax, their nozzles are the same. This cost me $8, but boy, I've been testing it for the last 3 or 4 months, and I'm falling in love with it. It's time to say goodbye to those bottles and those nozzles. Now here's the deal. I use it with the all-purpose cleaner. I use it with super degreaser. I use it with spray wax, quick interior details, whatever I may have. I'm not testing it yet with my acid-based wheel cleaner. I have a feeling that all these little plastic cartridges in here may not hold up to the acid cleaner. But it doesn't matter, because even these chemical resistant sprayers, I gotta be honest with you, they don't like the acid based either. And I know there's a stronger one of these nozzles out there for other stuff. Again, I don't like that they dribble. I don't like that I have to sit here and prime them for 10, 15 times to get them to work. This one is working for me. If it makes sense for you, it's $8 plus you get the product that you may need inside your home. This thing's got a square bottom, 32 ounces. When I lay it on the driveway, it doesn't want to fall over, no matter how much fluid's in this bottle. If I get a slight wind, it doesn't fall over. It doesn't play hide and seek on me and roll under the car. I'm just really, really enjoying this. I've been using this for 4 months, and I'm a fan of Meguiar's, as most of you know. Their all-purpose cleaner happens to be green. The end of this trigger is green. They also make a blue one. They also make a light blue one. If you wanted to, get yourself a label maker. Put on here, Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner 10-to-1, whatever, or handwrite it on there. I love the way this thing feels in my hand. I'm 6'1", 195 pounds. I don't have gorilla hands or anything like that. This thing is just working for me. I can get in tight areas with it. And guess what? She has a sexy little sister. This, I think, is either 16 ounces or 20 ounces. The same spray, the spray head. Now, she's not as wide on the bottom, but she's still okay. She can get a little clumsy. I'm not going to fault her for that. She's the baby sister to her. But this is great when I'm using spray waxes, because when I'm spray waxing a car, I'm basically holding this sprayer all the way around the car, and when I'm done with it, I put it away. But something I'm using on a regular basis throughout cleaning the car, like an all-purpose cleaner, and I want to set it on the driveway, the last thing I want this thing to do is fall over. This thing, when it falls over and you didn't realize it fell over, it'll start dribbling all over the place. You might lose half your fluid. I'm not into that. I'm not interested in that. That's why Scott is a professional detailer after several months of testing this sprayer. The other thing about this sprayer that I like, it's just turn it halfway and pop this sucker top off. I can fill it, put it back together, and just turn it, and she's done. She's secure. I can't talk about the way this kind of clamps on this bottle. It's not a threaded head. I can't talk about the longevity of how long that's going to hold up, but it's been holding up. This bottle I've been using for about 4 months, and she's still nice and tight. She doesn't leak. She doesn't run. If she happened to get clumsy and fall over, I'm not losing fluid. I always know when I turn this nozzle, I'm getting exactly what I'm looking for. She always sprays the same amount of fluid for me all the time. Really silly topic about spray bottles. What's the best one for auto detailing? I like this one. So I paid $8 for it. So what? I'm paying $6 for that. It's a couple dollars more. It's sexier. It fits in my carry case better. When I line these bottles up on my storage bin or whatever, they take up less space in these big round cylinder jobs. I love this thing, man. It's made by Bona. You can get it at Lowe's, or I think Lowe's has it, or Home Depot. I pull the labels off. I can't do anything with the name on the top of this head. It's kind of laminated on there. This head, this sprayer, gives me everything I want. It's still 32 ounces. I think right now for me, as I'm evolving as a professional detailer, I found a bottle, a spray bottle, I'm in love with for the reasons I talked about. Take a look at it. Grab a bottle. It's an $8 investment. Pour the fluid out of it and try it for yourself. Maybe you want to go the cheaper version. I think this is like $6 for the baby sister. This holds 16 or 22 ounces or something like that. 16 or 20 ounces. The spray head is amazing to me. It holds up. It keeps giving me what I want. I don't have to squeeze it 10, 15 times hoping I get a little dribble of something. That's my little video, silly video on the best bottle and sprayer for auto detailing. I hope this helps you out. I like it. I enjoy it. I've been using it for a while. I think it's the way to go for me. It feels great in my hand. The trigger seems to be just the right length. It's not really incredibly hard to pull on. Listen, even if it was a little harder to pull on, I'm willing to put up with that versus pulling this thing 10, 15 times, hoping I get a little something out of it. I just can't take it anymore. And I'm saying goodbye to these Meguiar's bottle, or these 32-ounce bottles with these heads on them. It's time to say goodbye, like most relationships in life, or in some relationships in life. They just hit their expiration date, and you got to know when to move on. It's time for me to move on. Silly little video about spray bottles, the ones I'm using. I just love these things. They're working for me. You might want to look into it. Hope that helps you guys out. Again, I appreciate all of you watching my videos, supporting me. Until next time, be safe.